I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter Tim Spiers. Tim, damp, drab, dreary, and I'm not talking about...
What a day we've had. It's been brilliant, isn't it?
I'm not talking about the weather either.
What a day.
Paul Lambert's first game in charge, that wasn't a classic, was it?
No, it wasn't. Yeah, a lot of fans, I don't think, made it until maybe half-time. Horrendous traffic problems getting here today.
Awful.
Some of them probably wish they hadn't bothered, to be honest. It was pretty dire. It livened up in the last 10 minutes. Both teams kind of went for it a bit. But yeah, Wolves' first shot on target was after 86 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know, it's certainly not all doom and gloom. Well, do you know what? Far from it. I think it's a great point against an informed team that have beaten Norwich and Huddersfield and drawn at Brighton recently, and almost drew with Newcastle as well. They've been in great form. To come here to not concede an early goal, which Wolves have been doing week after week after week, and to look like they were hard to play against. Yeah. I mean, how many times this season, even when Wolves have scraped a win or a draw, have we said, you know, that they've been hard to play against? But they were today. They were sturdy. They set up not to get beat, and they didn't get beat. So it's a good start, I think.
We were wondering what the team sheet was going to be. Plenty of changes. Jack Price coming in, George Saville, but probably the biggest shock anyway was the start of Bright and Bakari.
Little Bright, yeah. We didn't see that one coming.
Sneaky.
Well, he's suggested that, you know, he'll have no problem throwing the kids in, and we know what a talented bunch of players the Wolves have got at that level. We've seen a bit in the Checker Trade Trophy this season that there's some real talents there. We're talking like 4, 5, 6 players who could maybe have a shot at the first team in the near future. Bright's been picked out. You
couldn't miss him out there.
What, Cisco?
Some very nice blonde locks going on.
Cisco, yeah. It was a really tough game for him to come into. There was no space for him. He tried to link up with Bodvarsson and the wide men as well, but it was a dire game. There was no space to play in, and he didn't quite show what he could do. Really, it was a tough game, but a great. But he was given a start. He'll do wonders for his confidence, and hopefully we'll still see him and other young lads involved. So I think the talent is there, so let's see if we can get it through.
Like you say, let's go on to the positives. A clean sheet, which we haven't seen one of them for a while.
That's what I mean. September 17th was the last clean sheet. That win away at Newcastle seems a very, very, very long time ago. Walter Zenga's big win as Wolves boss. So yeah, 3 months, an awful long time for no clean sheet. That's what they need to do first and foremost. They've conceded in the first 15 minutes of 6 of the last 7 games. They've avoided that as well. Yeah. And you know, they were pound a puff going forward until the last few minutes. But you can excuse them that. It's all about building blocks. It's all about creating a team in his image, and you've got to do that by your solid foundation. Start from the back. You make yourself hard to beat. And in a pretty quick space of time, you know, 2 weeks on the training ground with a lot of players away on international duty, he's managed to instill that sturdiness that Walter Zenga couldn't in 3 months at Wolves. So it's a promising start.
Did they get a bit of luck with a penalty shout down here? I mean, I know that some of the Preston fans weren't particularly pleased with the referee, and I can kind of understand why. There were quite a few decisions that went against them today.
Do you know what? Right, Wolves have had so many awful decisions go against them in recent weeks that they were owed one of those. Yeah. And yeah, I think they did get lucky. It looked like, well, awful. Went like that to him. It looked like he pushed him right in the back. It was Jordan Hugill, I think, and he went over, and it looked like a penalty. But do you know what? There'll be you won't find Wolves feeling guilty about that after the decisions they've had in recent weeks. But yeah, no, it really started to open up in those last few minutes anyway. Caballero came on. Yeah, looked positive. He came on after 86 minutes and did more creativity-wise than anyone had done.
Held had a couple of bright moments first half.
But no end product whatsoever. Yeah. But Caballero, a couple of crosses right on the money for Nuadiko, who came on as well. First one was tough. Second one, I thought he probably should have scored. I'll have to see it again, but it was in the 6-yard box. I really thought he was going to bury it. That was the 94th minute. That would have been smash. Yeah, smash and or grab, by the way.
Grab, yeah.
But he looked good, and he probably earned himself maybe a start next game, Caballero, I don't know, but it's a difficult one. You can tell, well, Lambert just said it as well, he wanted to bring some of the English lads back in. He says, you know, the foreign lads have done great, but he wants to make Wolves a bit more hard to beat.
They haven't done great.
Like they were, his words, not mine, like they were last year. It was a bit more of a Kenny Jackett performance, I thought. In fact, there's only 2 of the new signings that started, Costa and Bodvarsson. And in fact, Kenny Jackett's reign started here with a terrible 0-0 draw at Preston. So But if Lambert can recreate what Jacket did for the rest of that season, he'll be doing all right.
So they move on to Sheffield Wednesday now, and they really want to get a win, don't they? Because every game that goes, not getting a win, they need to get 3 points sooner rather than later.
Yeah, you don't want to put too much pressure on it, but it's hopefully going to get a big crowd, half price tickets, bullying Tomo's 30th anniversary game and all that stuff. Lambert's first home game, so you want to, if we get 25,000-26,000 there, that'd be great. Lambert's first game. But it's all about creating an identity now, and you can't rush it. There's still only 17 games gone this season.
Yeah.
Yes, it'd be nice to see some free-flowing football on the front foot. Big 3-0, 4-0 win. It's probably not going to happen, is it? So it's all. But he'll get a good week now with his players. Like I said, a few of them been away on international duty. He'll have a full week. They've been training this week. And it's an audition for all of them. I mean, he keeps saying in January he's got to trim this squad. I mean, Wolves' squad didn't fit on the back of Preston's programme barely today.
Yeah.
So it's an audition for them, and I think everybody's up their game in training this week. Andy Lonergan's just said he thinks everyone kind of ran a little bit more than they would normally have done today, trying to impress the boss. So we'll see a bit more of that. Hopefully that'll be to Wolves' benefit, and they can go on a bit of an unbeaten run and start climbing the table, because they are still looking over their shoulder at the bottom three.
Can't wait to watch the highlights.
Yeah, it won't take long.
0-0 here today at Deepdale. For all the post-match reaction on this one, make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.